So moving to our first story, this is the unfortunate story that I mentioned in our opening poll question. Yeah, it's poll question. Close up. Poll question I'm putting out here is: have you heard this story of the woman who unalived a 3-year-old in a grocery store parking lot? And how I ran into this particular story was on Twitter or something, where she they were highlighting it because she's smiling during her arraignment, smiling not only at the camera, smiling at the family, etc. And smirking and giggling and all kind of odd behavior in my assessment. She was whispering. Then when talking to the judge is asking her, did she understand the instructions, etc. She's like, see, and he's like, excuse me, see. It's like, is that a yes or no? Yes. It's like, are you of Hispanic descent? What's happening here? And she's not. She's got some issues going on. So they said she is charged with unaliving a 3-year-old boy outside of an Ohio supermarket. A woman named Miss Ellis is accused of unaliving a 3-year-old boy and injuring his mother in a Giant Eagle parking lot in North Olmsted. Ellis faces charges of aggravated M for the attack that took place, they're saying yesterday afternoon. I don't know when I got to grab this. Ellis appeared in court for her initial arraignment, where her bond was set at $1 million. So that was her first arraignment. I think that happened like on Monday, and then she had another one. I forgot exactly, but she's had 2 of them. I got clips of both. They said the name of the 3-year-old victim has been released, and the attack is reported to be completely a random act. So they're saying that it wasn't like she knew him or the mom. We don't have there's not much information out there about what the confrontation looked like, exactly any details. It's just a random attack on this woman and child. So I don't know if there was any type of interaction prior to, but that's what's out right now. So the second hearing was scheduled for yesterday. And so yesterday is when we end up with her in court smirking and looking like that. So here's a little overview news clip.
The initial appearance for the woman accused of...
It's buffering.
We're going to be taking you to the initial appearance for the woman accused of stabbing and killing a 3-year-old in a Giant Eagle parking lot yesterday afternoon. She's also accused of stabbing his mother with her head down there. You should be seeing Bionca Ellis, 32 years old, of Cleveland. She's going to be charged with aggravated murder. Let's take you live into this initial arraignment.
We are prepared to answer the question about whether or not she wants to waive or demand the preliminary hearing.
Ms. Stevens, on behalf of Ms. Ellis, how do you wish to proceed?
Thank you, Your Honor. We have had a chance to discuss the waiver or the demanding of a preliminary hearing. Ms. Ellis would like to demand a preliminary hearing at this time.
The preliminary hearing will be set for Monday, June 10th.
So this, what we're looking at, is the first hearing, and she keeps her head down like this the entire time.
At 10:30 in courtroom 3. And Officer Curtis, may I hear you on bond?
Your Honor, based on the nature of the offense, the city would request a high cash bond as high as the court is comfortable with.
Okay. Bond will be set at $1 million cash or surety.
Hello, Ms. Ellis.
So what we're looking at now is the second hearing, and this is the one that she requested. And I know this is no laughing matter at all. But I couldn't help but I will admit, and I saw some other people saying that they thought it was a male. And honestly, when I first saw the clip on social media, I thought it was a male smiling too, until I got a peek at those big old Edie's hanging down to her knees. And I was shocked. And I'm like, there was no training done whatsoever with those. Do your itties hang low? Can you tie them in the bow? Can you throw them over your back? No, let me stop. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry.
Hello, Miss Ellis. Do you have an attorney? You do? Do you have the money or means to hire an attorney? Have you received your indictment? Okay, have you read it? You have not read it, okay? We have a copy here. You can read it.
They just so low, y'all. I ain't never seen that in real life. They don't hurt. Why they so low?
You don't want to read it.
I see Michelle Anderson. You're asking what's the Cash App. It's scrolling across the bottom of the screen, but also it is on the screen because Alice just commented it. But scrolling across the bottom of the screen is my Cash App, Zelle, our link tree, and all the other ways to get in touch with me or donate if you so choose, and it's greatly appreciated in advance.
Are you willing to accept that the public defender has read it to you? I'm sorry. You asked her not to. Well, but she did read it to you, correct? She didn't read it to you. Okay, well, we can read it in open court. I can find it. Okay. It's a 10-count indictment. Count 1 alleges that on or about June 3rd, 2024, the defendant did purposely and with prior calculation and design cause the death of JW 10/29/2020. The state of Ohio reserves the right to seek a superseding indictment containing the appropriate 2929.04A aggravating circumstances specifications. And so you understand that means the state is reserving its right to add a death penalty specification. Count 2 alleges that on or about June 3rd, 2024, that the defendant did purposely cause the death of JW 10/29/2020. Count 3 alleges that on or about June 3rd, 2024, the defendant did cause the death of JW, date of birth 10/29/2020, as a proximate result of the offender committing or attempting to commit an offense of violence that is a felony of the first or second degree, to wit, felonious assault, Ohio Revised Code Section 2903.11A1, and or endangering children in violation of Ohio Revised Code Section 2919.22B2. Count 4 alleges that on or about June 3rd, 2024, the defendant did knowingly cause serious physical harm to JW on date of birth 10/29/2020. Count 5 alleges that on or about June 3rd, 2024, the defendant did torture or cruelly abuse JW, date of birth 10/29/2020, a child under 18 years of age, and furthermore, the violation resulted in serious physical harm to JW, date of birth 10/29/2020. Count 6 alleges that on or about June 3rd, 2024, the defendant did attempt to purposely cause the death of Margot Wood. Count 7 alleges that on or about June 3rd, 2024, the defendant did attempt to cause the death of Margot Wood as a proximate result of the offender committing or attempting to commit an offense of violence that is a felony of the first or second degree, to wit, felonious assault, Ohio Revised Code Section 2901.11A1. Count 8 alleges that on or about June 3rd, 2024, the defendant did knowingly cause serious physical harm to Margot Wood. Count 9 alleges that on or about June 3rd, 2024, the defendant did, knowing that an official proceeding or investigation was in progress, or was about to be or likely to be instituted, alter, destroy, conceal, or remove any record, document, or thing with the purpose to impair its value or availability as evidence in such proceeding or investigation. Count 10 alleges that on or about June 3rd, 2024, the defendant did with purpose to deprive the owner, Volunteers of America store, of property or services, to wit, knives, knowingly obtain or exert control over either the property or services without the consent of the owner or the person authorized to give consent. I have now read the indictment to you. Do you wish to enter a plea of not guilty?
Sí.
Pardon me?
Sí.
What's same mean? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. I understand the victims are represented and they want to make a comment before I set bond. Is that true?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Good morning, sir. Could you start with your name?
My name is Jared Wood, father of deceased, husband of Margot. Your Honor, that day, 1 week ago, she took everything from us. There's nothing that could ever replace my son, or anything that my wife and I, and our other kids, are going through. It's horrendous. There was no bail, period, or extend it to the max limit possible by any count, at the very least. Just do whatever you can to keep this monster behind bars.
Thank you, sir. Is there anything else you would like to say?
That'll be it.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Is there anything else before I pronounce bond?
Your Honor, we would just ask that you consider assigning the Public Defender's Office, recognizing this is not our number. We did represent her at the first appearance unit. I did meet with her on Friday. We have had contact with her family and begun working on the case. Thank you, Your Honor.
When the original bond was set out of Muni Court, the bond was set at $1 million, and it was before the passing of one of the alleged victims. I do not believe that bond is appropriate given the change in circumstances and the allegations that are contained in this indictment. Bond is set at $5 million, cash, surety, or property. GPS, no contact with any surviving victim or victim's family, DNA order. Judge is John Russo, pretrial is June 17th at 9 a.m.
So I was looking at my notes. I was pulling stuff so quick I missed a couple things. So there's a little bit more detail, and I saw someone's comment saying that there's actually some video out there. So I'll definitely try to pull that so I can put that on the Reality Chronicles channel. But they're saying that Ellis was inside of the Giant Eagles grocery store on June 3rd in the Cleveland suburb of North Olmsted when she saw Julian Wood and his mother, Margaret Wood, near the front and followed them into the parking lot. The mother was about to load her groceries into her vehicle when Ellis ran at them with a knife, poking the boy twice, and in the attack, and took less than 5 seconds before Ellis walked away. So she attacked the young boy really quickly. They said the child died, was unalive at the hospital while Margaret was treated in the hospital for a wound to her shoulder. A wound the prosecutor says she suffered after trying to pull the boy out of the cart during the attack. So as Ellis was attacking her son, she was trying to get him out of the cart at the same time. I read somewhere they were saying that he sustained a wound to the face and one to the back. Craziness. So we saw there her bail was set at $5 million. They said the arraignment concluded after it took 3 attempts and nearly an hour to complete. And we know those arraignments be like 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes max. And they said on Monday, she initially appeared via video from the county jail, but was staring at the floor as the judge was asking if she had a copy of the indictment that charged her with aggravated M and other related counts. And then Ellis first told the judge, "I don't know." She probably was like, "I don't know." Then she stopped answering despite multiple requests from the judge. So the judge asked Ellis why she wasn't answering, and Ellis remained silent. So then they had to, send her out and try again. So I saw some of y'all. I'm gonna read the start comments. We know that this is a mental health issue for sure. B Hunt is saying that video is on Law and Crime channel. It was sad. She stole the knife from the thrift store and walked up on the mother and baby as they came out of another store and started stabbing. And then this was in Ohio. I saw someone answer your question, but this was in Ohio. Paulette Newman is saying there is a video that shows more from the incident. She was walking through the store with a knife. The knife was stolen from the thrift store, and she followed the victim and his mom out of the store. If anyone knows exactly where that video can be found or the link, if you could share it with me on Telegram, it would be greatly appreciated. Yeah, Spider-Man is saying she's fighting a lot of demons. I think that's very, very, very clear. So thoughts and prayers to this family. It's such a sad situation and so unnecessary.
Hey, popping like I'm supposed to. Watch out for the people that ain't close to. Speak a little something you could toast to. I ain't tryna hear about what you won't do. Moving like I'm into. Hit the ground running like the rain do. Speak a little something that you're into.